Hi everybody, welcome back to DETV. That's right, the cheese dice are here. It's gonna be a double drop, triple announcement deal today. We're gonna burn right through everything because we've got a lot of cheese to get through. I am very much appreciating the cheese puns. Keep those coming. Hopefully today's stream won't be too brief. Appreciated. Gouda day to everyone. Gouda day to you too, BB Dub. Let's start off with the newsletter since we had a gap here for DETV, so we're going to go over last week's newsletter and then yesterday's newsletter. So last week's newsletter was a drop in Queso Emergency. Ridiculous pun. Thank you very much, Maria, for thinking of it. It's beautiful, it's glittery, it's orange, and in this picture, it's covered in queso. In Queso Emergency, brand new 10-piece polymer set. Let's take a closer look. Roll these babies out. Sparkly. If you're familiar with our Ecto Cooler set, this is the same style of die. It's translucent. It's got very, very, very small micro glitter just running within it, and brightly inked numbers. So our Ecto Cooler set was named after the Ghostbusters labeled drink, I think, that they gave to children many, many years ago. And these in Queso Emergency are similarly styled, but bright orange and like aqua blue. Very, very pretty. And like big statement piece. It might be a little hard to tell, but once, like, if you have them on this dark background on your dark rolling tray, it's almost like they glow when they get the light hitting them just right. You can kind of see it there. It's like shimmery, it's like radioactive looking. So very similar to our Ecto Cooler set. You might already have one of those. I think we're actually sold out of those, so hopefully they'll make a comeback. But in the meantime, you've got In Queso Emergency to get you through the days. Look at how pretty, you guys. So nice. Hi, Mina. Let's take another look here. So translucent orange, shimmery. I want to say gold, and I think it's actually gold in the Ecto Cooler set too, the micro glitter. But because of the translucent polymer that it's resting in, it changes the effect of the color. Ooh, look at that shot. See how it catches the light there? It's so glittery. It's crazy. So those are bright, a lot of fun. Let's read Maria's, orange and blue BB Dub, go Gators. Let's read Maria's copy, In Queso Emergency. What do you keep in your rations pouch? Hardtack? Granola bars? Psh, amateur. The well-traveled adventurer knows the best snacks are various forms of increasingly stinky cheeses. Try adding a few to your character sheet. You'd be surprised how often they come in clutch. I can't argue there. I'm a sucker for cheese. I think the whole office is. Also, I read recently, this is a tangent and I apologize, I'll try to make it quick. I read recently someone saying that cheese actually has something in it. I don't know if it was like just salt, but something in it that actually causes you to release dopamine, I think, in your brain. So it's like extra good or bad, depending on how you look at it. Because I think dopamine's also what gets released when, like, you drink too much or you smoke or get addicted to sugar, that kind of thing. So cheese, also great. Okay, so that was in Queso. Let me check out the comments here. Dice Crazy Dude says, Ecto Cooler with the best juice boxes back in the day. You knew it was going to be a good birthday, sporting event, or picnic when they had Ecto Coolers. I completely agree. And I think the reason why I hesitated to remember what they were like is because I don't think my, personal circle ever got them. But it was one of those things where, the cooler kids, or perhaps the better to do kids, in your class whose family could afford it, would bring the cool IP stuff, so Ghostbusters branded juice boxes is just so great. So yeah, absolutely, definitely knew it was going to be a good day when the Ecto Coolers got busted out. I think Capri Suns, I had Capri Suns a lot, and I think I remember, I tried a Capri Sun again for the first time, or for the first new time, as an adult, just a few years ago. And I gotta say, I don't think the formula's changed necessarily, but now as an adult drinking it, it's hot garbage. It's just like hummingbird trash water. I could not stand it. If you love it, that's great. I completely respect your decision to drink hummingbird trash water. That's on you. All right, let's go back to the newsletter. Let's see. We had a code, which is no longer important. But what is still important is it was actually a double drop last week because we also released 6 new stone sets. All of them very pretty. None of them that I have with me right now because we're actually selling these really quickly, and I was afraid to take any from the office because I didn't want us to run out. But let's just go through it real quick. Basically, we were like, we need to put some new stone sets up on the site. Everyone pick your favorite out of these styles that we have, and we did, and Maria helped us name them, and here they are. So on our site now, you can find 6 brand new stone sets. Dave picked out Ranger Danger. It's green, it's gold, it's very foresty, very earthy, very natural stone looking. And then Maria's joke about that was that, like, of all the people who wish they could just like lose themselves in the woods, Dave is that person. Maria's pick then was Pyromancer, which I think was a surprise to some of us because she was like always really vibing on like the darker purpley, moodier stuff. So the bright colors were at least a surprise to me. But then when she explained it was all about setting stuff on fire, I was like, oh, I think I get it now. Ian's pick was Dark Nights. It's kind of hard to tell in these pictures, but the Dark Night set is actually a beautiful stone set with like runs of barely there purple through it, so they look black on first glance here, but if you go to the site and you look at the product pictures, there's like just little hints of purple in it, and it just adds so much depth and makes it very, very like midnight feeling. My pick was Sparkle Horse. It's silly, it's rainbow, it's Sparkle Horse. I think I saw these and I was like, ooh, unicorn dice. And then Maria was asking for suggestions for names, and instead of saying Unicorn Dice, all I could think of was Sparkle Horse, which I think is actually a band, but that's not important. So Sparkle Horse it is. La Vie en Rose was Dylan's pick. Very classic rose quartz set. Gold ink. These all have gold ink, but the gold ink on the rose quartz set looks especially fancy and pretty. Dylan, I think we talked before about like favorite snacks at the gaming table, and Dylan's pick was like aged Gouda and like, I don't remember, some kind of artisan bread or something, and I kept doing like pinky up jokes about Dylan's snack choice. Well, the thread continues through his stone dice choices because he's a very, very fancy man. And then Joni's pick was Pool Party. She said these remind her of water. This is actually a cracked glass dice set, so it's not cracked like it's gonna fall apart, but the effect on the inside is like, it looks like shattered pieces of glass. And the way that reflects the light when they are aquamarine blue is very pretty and very reminiscent of water. And those were Joni's pick. Again, a little surprising, I guess, because Joni is also the office goth. I think we've like dubbed her a few times. So these girls are just getting bright with it, which I appreciate because I don't want to be alone. All right, so that was the newsletter last week. Let's see. I have these from my monthly subscription. Oh, talking about In-Queso, Bird Dog has In-Queso from the monthly subscription box, which, by the way, 10-piece monthly subscription box is where you would have gotten these in April. And it is never too late to sign up for awesome monthly dice. We have 3 tiers now, a 7-piece set. I wish I remembered the prices, but I know that they're very affordable. A 7-piece set, a 10-piece set, and typically 8-piece metal set, although I think we've gone up to 9 once or twice. But yeah, great idea for gifts for other people or for yourself, just to show yourself some love, which we all should. Do you put it in a nacho platter dice tray? I think that's a question for Bird Dog. And Bird Dog, you should let us know. Do you use a nacho platter dice tray for your In-Queso emergency dice? And if you do, I'd like you to take a picture and post it on the internet. Tag me in it because I want to see it. All right, so yesterday's newsletter was another drop. of Muenster Slayer. Okay, so I have to explain the top here. It says his name is Sir Augustus Thunkstone III, and he is the Muenster Slayer. This happened because as I was trying to figure out what to Photoshop as a like socials image for this, I decided on a picture of Rat with armor, helmet, little sword, and a shield. Emblazoned, by the way, with his house crest of Baby Bell cheese round. Anyway, so after drawing the stuff for this little guy, I was like, well, obviously he needs a name now. We have to call him something. So I put the post out to socials, got some feedback, and the resounding answer was actually 3 different answers, and it was Augustus, Thunk, and Stone. And I felt like Sir Augustus Thunkstone III flowed very nicely. So, without further ado, Muenster Slayer. We're going to go ahead and get these together, put them in the tray so we can look at them closer. Ah! Oh, yeah, clear some room here. Take a look. Oh, great to hear it, Majestic. I'm so glad that everybody loves these dice. These dice are cheese dice, and they have a story about how they came about too. We'll get into in a second. But here they are, Muenster Slayer. And I tried, a little bit of the light is reflecting, but guys, I'll show you up close. This yellow is all the way yellow. This is cartoon cheese yellow. Wow, what's that game? Mousetrap when you were a kid? Or when some of you were not born yet, probably? When I was a kid, they had a game called Mousetrap, where like it's a board game, but it involves a little net that you release onto a mouse that you move around the board. We knew how to have fun back in the day. This is like bright Tom and Jerry cartoon yellow plated metal set, and the yellow is like a matte yellow, so it's just very, very, very cartoon cheese, and bright red inking because it pops. It looks great. So these dice actually, so this is, if you were here for our video about, or our talk about the difference between standard, signature, and original dice, these are a good example of one of our signature sets, because we did not craft the concept from scratch. You are able to find cheese metal dice out there in the world. And Joni, who works for Dice Envy, who is lovely, and maybe here today, I don't know, probably not. Joni saw these available somewhere else and was like, we have to do cheese dice. And so then Dylan got this little guy together, this Infinity D4, and that's what makes it signature, because while you can find cheese dice out in the world, and Joni did and made us think about it, you cannot find one with an Infinity D4, which is Dylan's custom creation to add to the set. Matches perfectly, I might add. So here's the D20, and then our matching D4 to go along with it. So Dylan did a great job making it a signature set for us, and now you can get it at diceenvy.com, which Joni is very happy about. Joni also wants to do, I think, meat dice and beer dice, or was it fruit dice? I don't remember. She wants to put together a dice charcuterie option, I think is what she calls it. Dice charcuterie board. I want to say she had a cool name for it too, but I don't remember what it was. Maybe it was Crit Tutories just doesn't sound great, so I don't know what it was, but maybe eventually Joni's dreams will come all the way true, and we'll have a whole collection of dice snacks, which will be great. But yeah, this is a great set. Great hand feel as always. Go ahead and shake them up. You can hear them. Very, very nice. They're weighted like, they feel good and sturdy like usual with our metal sets. And yeah, they roll great. You'll notice, if any of you were here for 2 weeks ago's GETV, we talked to Dave about balanced dice, and one of the things we talked about was like having an even number of material cut out from each side, and I feel like this maybe is even getting closer to properly balanced because of all the material that's missing from every side of the die. So that's pretty fun. Little cheesy holes. Can't get over this Swiss look. Very fun. Again, very cartoony and fun. and perfect for the dice, mice, goblins in your life. I also found, I couldn't think of anything to do with this, but my cats have a mouse chew toy that I just brought. It was like, maybe I'll use this on the stream, and now it's just sitting here. All right, so let's read the copy for Muenster Slayer. Oh, this is great. This is one of my favorite copies that Maria's put together for our dice. I'm a big fan of puns, and so Muenster Slayer and her like variations of what it could be named were all very fun to read. Muenster Slayer. The summer sausage has come early this year, demanding its tithe. It shredded the mozzarella mercs and put the Gruyere guard on the raclette. Now there's only one place left to turn. It's time to bring in the Muenster Slayer. So good. So cheesy. It's the best. Yeah, okay. Oh, so that was yesterday's newsletter. So the discount code is still functioning. Here's me talking about how Joni made these cheese dice happen. And the code is Gouda, and I had forgotten, so I'm glad I write it down. Gouda, Gouda, will get you 10% off your order, everything except for mysteries, and I think it's just mysteries, and Prestidigitals, actually. But you guys can always click to see what's excluded. It's very little things. And then I did mention here that I was feeling very strongly about our little mouse friend up there. And I said in the newsletter, if even one person responds to the newsletter and says that they want it, then I will do digital assets, TTRPG digital assets for our Mr. Sir Augustus Thunkstone III. And as soon as the newsletter went out, I got about 30 replies saying that they wanted the D&D assets for Sir Augustus Thunkstone III. So that will be happening. I like to create work for myself. It's wonderful. But when that is done, then it will be available as a Prestidigital on our Prestidigital section on the website. They're all $5 bundles, and it's usually like a map, an NPC, and an item, or a loot table, and a monster, and tokens, stuff like that. We try to keep it on theme. They used to go out every subscription box, but that was completely unsustainable by me. So now it's just whenever I come up with cool ideas, or it's demanded by our fans. Either way. And to that point, we also included in yesterday's newsletter the final entry in the Black Lagoon Prestidigital bundle. So this was free for those of you who signed up to receive these, and you also received a free link for the downloads. If not, it's available along with the Lady of the Lagoon, who is a cursed NPC, and the Treasure from the Black Lagoon loot table are all now in a bundle. It's $5 on the site. Hit it up, download it. It's not like I check the download counts of every Prestidigital every couple months to see how popular they are, but maybe I do. Okay, I think that was pretty good. I think we burned through that pretty well. I didn't go off on too many tangents. I'm very proud of myself. Next Tuesday, our drop next Monday is fun and special, and I'm very excited about it. It's not technically a sub-box set, so it'll be fresh for everyone's eyes, lots of fun. And we will be announcing some restocks next week, because we're expecting to get in some juicy restocks. And in celebration of both of those things, we will be doing a giveaway, and that giveaway will be the final giveaway set that I had set aside here. We will be giving away the gold rose medal set next week. So if you are interested in getting this, make sure you show up next week. We'll do it at the end of the session. I don't know what to call this, a stream. We'll do it at the end of the stream. And one of you lucky viewers will walk away with a gold rose medal set, which is very pretty, and I'm very excited to finally part ways with it. And after we do so, I'm working on new ideas for new types of promotions and giveaways we can do. So we'll see if any of those shake out the way I think they will. Get a little rat plush and pose it with the cheese dice. I got my little... He just looks dead if I do that, though. He's trying. This is not Sir Augustus. He's not quite as bold and brave as I imagined Sir Augustus to be, but, you know, he's doing his best for a cat toy. I think he's all right. All right, guys, I think that's it. As always, if you have any questions or comments or concerns, or you just want to chat, whatever, hit me up at rach@dicenv.com. Or if you have generic questions, you can also reach me at hello@dicenv.com. And yeah, stay safe, happy rolling, make sure to drink your water, and I will see you guys next Tuesday. All right, bye everybody.